Hey, what's up guys, it's Jay Rossi here. It's Mammal Monday, and today we're taking a look at the armadillo, specifically the nine-banded armadillo, whose Latin name is Dasypus novemcinctus. It's known as a nine-banded armadillo because it usually has 9 sections of armor in the middle of its body. To find food, the armadillo digs around through the soil looking for insects and worms. Funnily enough, armadillos often spend so much time with their head in the soil, they can have trouble breathing. Unlike you or me, who can just take deep breaths after doing something like diving, armadillos can't take deep breaths. Their hard shell stops their lungs from expanding too much. Armadillos are known for these impressive shells, but we're not quite sure why they have them. 9-banded armadillos try to avoid letting predators even touch their shells. When frightened, they can jump up in the air and then make a run for it at up to 30 miles per hour. The only species of armadillo that depends on its shell for defense is the 3-banded armadillo, which curls into this adorable little ball. It seems like the main purpose of the shell for 9-banded armadillos is protecting them from the thorny plants that they have to go through. Perhaps the most unique aspect of the 9-banded armadillo is their tendency to almost always have 4 identical quadruplets of the same sex and from the same egg. That means 4 twins that are genetically identical. The pups are finished weaning by 2 to 4 months old and are ready to have their own kids by 9 to 12 months old.
Hey, are you looking for me?
Unlike most animals, the range of the 9-banded armadillo has been expanding rapidly for the last few decades. Originally from South America, they've now been found as far north as Kentucky. Armadillos dig a ton of burrows with their crazy claws. This concerns conservationists, as their burrows can damage the roots of trees and weaken local plants. However, other local animals also use the burrows. For example, these little guys. Let me ask you, if you were an armadillo that was too dense to swim because of your shell, and you wanted to cross a river, would you A, find a nearby boat and take it across, B, dig under the whole river to get to the other side, C, inflate your intestines with air to float to the other side, or D, just walk along the bottom of the river? If you're like the 9-banded armadillo, the correct options are C and D. They can either inflate their intestines to float across the water, or they just walk along the bottom.
Video that everybody is talking about, and we're showing it to you. We showed this to you on live TV.
So you can see that having an awesome shell of armor comes with its compromises and unique little quirks. Today's biggest armadillo is the giant armadillo of South America, which can get up to 3 feet long and weigh 70 pounds. Pretty hefty, right? But did you know there was an ancient armadillo called the glyptodon that was 5 feet tall and 11 feet long? The glyptodon lived up until 10,000 years ago and was possibly wiped out by the early South American humans. There's evidence people used the massive shells of glyptodons as a shelter against snow and rain. Let's just say we're lucky that these aren't the armadillos that people accidentally hit with their car. The armadillo is a reminder that every cool and unique adaptation, such as their shell, comes with compromises. For the armadillo, a tight shell restricts its ability to take deep breaths while digging through soil. To combat this, armadillos evolved the ability to hold their breath for 6 minutes. Their heavy shell makes it harder for armadillos to float. So instead, they gulp air into the intestines to increase their buoyancy and get across the water. Armadillos and all their quirky adaptations show just how crafty evolution can get. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. If you'd like to learn more, you can check one of these other videos about animals or science. Thank you for joining me for this Mammal Monday, and remember to stay curious.